Do you want to know how to awaken cervical orgasm during intercourse? Have you heard of internal orgasm but are still wondering, how do I unlock it? My cervix just doesn't feel that good. Well, you are in the right place. I'm 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀, a sex and relationship coach. And if you want to experience fulfilling and orgasmic sex and passionate relationship, you're in the right place. So many women think that if they cannot have internal orgasm, if their cervix is not very sensitive, that's just how their body is and they just accept and surrender it. But the truth is that every woman is born with the capacity to feel pleasure in the cervix and to have cervical orgasms. And so why not unlocking them, and why not really feel that exquisite pleasure, mystic pleasure that can come from cervical orgasms? I'm going to share with you 5 different tips that you can use from today in order to awaken orgasmic pleasure in your cervix. And by the way, there are so many nice different spots. The G-spot as well, it's so yummy. And if you want to know more about it, check out my video here. And I'm also going to put the link below, the truth about the G-spot, and learn how to squirt step by step. Mwah. Anyway, keep going with our topic. So 5 different tips. The first one is warm up the cervix. So many times we rush into things. We have pounding sex or pounding touch into our yoni and into our cervix a bit too soon. The cervix can take up to 45 minutes in order to fully open and experience orgasms. And here you go, most of the time in which you feel pleasure or you make love with your partner, I'm guessing that you don't stimulate the cervix enough, or maybe it's not enough long. Maybe you do 10 minutes before going to bed or 15 minutes love making, and that's not enough for your cervix to fully surrender and open. Number 2, stimulate the cervix. So when you're experiencing penetrative sex, penetrative touch, whether it's with the toys, with the strap-on, or with your fingers, you want to make sure that you stimulate the cervix. And so if it's with your finger, make sure that you're touching it. Sometimes it's not always easy to reach. Squatting is quite nice, or also bending up the legs if you're laying on your back. If you're making love with your partner, then you might want to let them know when they're hitting or not the cervix. Just to give you a little bit understanding about the anatomy, the cervix feels like the top of your nose is a little bit harder than the rest of the spots internally in the yoni. And so you can recognize it for that reason. And then when you understand how it feels when you touch the cervix, then you can let your partner know when they're hitting the cervix, whether they have a strap on or they're coming inside you with the penis, or whether they're using their fingers. So you can let them know when the penetrative touch is stimulate the cervix itself. Because it's absolutely necessary that you stimulate the cervix if you want to have a cervical orgasm, right? So you better know where it is and communicate to your partner when they're stimulating it. Or if you're on your own, making sure that you're touching the right spot. You can use as well toys if it's a bit too deep and you can't reach it with your hands. And by the way, we're talking so much about the cervix here, but if you want to learn about the 9 different types of female orgasms, have a look at my video here, and I'm also going to put the link below, the 9 different types of female orgasm. Oh yes, we don't only have to rely on our clitoris to have amazing orgasmic states. Tip number 3, breathe and sounds. So many times when we make love, we have the tendency of have shallow breathing, but deep breath really help the energy to flow, really help your body to relax and allow your body to express itself so you can connect even more with the body instead of being too much in your head. And as well, sounding, when you open your throat, when you make sound, you're also opening the yoni. And so it's really supporting that openness, and it's really supporting to expanding pleasure and allow it to grow and to release any stuck emotion or energy that might be there. Breathing and sound, it's very good. So allow yourself to make any type of sound. You don't need to sound in a certain way. Just allow your voice to explore different type of sound and find the one that really resonates with you in the moment itself, because you know, from 1 minute to the other it's going to be different, from one day to the other it's going to be different. It's not like you have your sound and you always do the same. So really allow this spontaneous expression to allow the body to relax, energy to flow, and to allow stuck energy and emotion to be released so that you can awaken more pleasure. Number 4, stay connected with your emotion and your heart. In the reflexology of the yoni, it's so nice. The cervix is connected with the heart space. So if you're closing your heart, it's going to be harder for you to awaken orgasmic pleasure in your cervix. So you need to stay connected with your emotions and with your heart as you make love or as you sell pleasure and you're touching the cervix. Because if you feel closed off, if you're too much in your mind, disconnected from your heart space, then it's going to be hard for your cervix to just fully surrender and open. It's possible for you maybe to have clitoral orgasm, maybe even G-spot, but if you're closed off in your heart, if you're not present with your heart and your emotion, it's very hard to unlock the pleasure from the cervix. So really stay connected with your mind, with your body, and with your heart. And if you want some tips in how to have connected sex, because sometimes it's like, yeah, I'm getting it, but how? Then check out my video, 3 tips for better sex and more connected sex. I'm going to put the link below. Number 5, surrender, relax, let go. Literally really let go, because if you're holding on to tension, if you're like contracting too much, all the muscle around the cervix, then your cervix cannot open, cannot allow pleasure to flow through itself. And so it's very important that you surrender and you feel safe to let go fully so that you can allow that amazing orgasm to arise. And as well, it's very important to mention that if you're trying to kind of like compare, let's say compare your cervical orgasm with your clitoral one, they're going to be very different. And so you might be thinking, no, I didn't have an orgasm. That's actually happened to me. I was like, I didn't have a cervical orgasm the first time I had it, but I did have it. It's just because I was comparing it with my clitoral, and they feel different. It's like saying, you know, bananas and apple just taste different. They're just not the same. So if you're going with your like just lenses that will look for that type of pleasure, that is not happening. The cervical orgasm feels expansive. It's longer, it stays longer. There are waves throughout the whole body. So for the tantric tradition, naturally the orgasm in the cervix sublime the energy, transmute the sexual energy and allow it to move through your body. That's why as well you need to be open, right, in your heart. Otherwise it will not flow through your heart. And they feel like longer, they're longer lasting, they're like waves, and it's almost like an orgasmic state. And when you unlock one very intense, you almost like feel a shift in your consciousness. Somehow it's just so beautiful and profound and mystic. So if you would like to discover different type of orgasms, if you want to awaken more your sensitivity inside your vagina and you would like more guidance on it, then join the Sexually Liberated Women online course, because it's amazing and you will understand so many different things about women's sexuality, and you will feel much more liberated and fulfilled and orgasmic in your sex life.